Hey everyone, I have a total body functional circuit workout for you today, and it uses a similar structure to ones I've been posting in the past. 30 seconds each move, you do the moves back to back, and we go through that circuit a few times before moving on. Last month I posted a 30-minute version of this workout. For today, different exercises of course, and it's just shortened. Instead of 3 circuits, you are just going to complete 2 circuits. In each of those circuits, you're going to get 4 exercises. You do them for 30 seconds apiece, back to back. You rest for 30 seconds, then repeat. We're going to do 4 sets of circuit 1 because there'll be some unilateral movements where we will alternate right and left. And then circuit 2, you just go through it 3 times, no unilateral work in that one. As with all workouts, you want to make sure you're properly warmed up beforehand. I have a few on my channel that are linked to in the description. And always listen to your body, modifying or stopping as needed as we go through it. Before each circuit, I'll give you a preview of the exercises, and when I do, I will also show you modification options. If you're new to my channel, I don't play music in the background because I want you to be able to listen to whatever you like. So if you don't have a playlist queued up, you might want to get that going. And with all that said, let's get to a preview of the first circuit. Circuit 1 is lower body focused, and the first 2 moves are unilateral. We'll start by focusing on our right side, so you're going to mirror me. First exercise, we're going to shift our weight into that right leg, and we're going to be in a low squat position, and I want you to lift that left heel up. So even when we do the squat pulse, that heel is lifted, and then you step that left foot back behind you, curtsy pulse. So staggered squat pulse, curtsy pulse, really grounding down through that right foot. The pulse is powerful, so you're coming up, powering down. You're not coming all the way to a straight leg though, so stay fairly low. Now coming up in a few seconds, we're going to take this into push-off side lunges. The left leg is going to go straight and it's going to stay anchored on the ground, and you're going to push off with that right leg. So I don't want you to come up out of this by first shifting your torso to the left and then lifting the right foot off the floor. Your torso lifts and shifts as a result of that right foot pushing the floor away. We're going to come into a skater to a single leg hop up next. So you're going to leap to the side, little hop, other side, little hop. So don't race through this one. It's not about how many reps you get in. This is all about stability as I lose my balance. So leap, find your balance, then do that little hop. All about control. Final move will be those squat jacks when you hear those beeps. Feet jump in and out as you bring one hand down towards the floor, alternating hands. If you can't touch the floor, don't worry about it, okay? I want you to get as low as you can through the legs, but we're not rounding and hunching forward through the upper body. There's a broadness across your collarbones. So if that means your hand is not touching the ground, no big deal. All right, you have 30 seconds to recover. So we're going to go through that 3 more times. Don't mind me getting my parents' dog out of the room. All right, left side's going to be the focus. Let's get into position. Shift the weight into your left side. Right heel is lifted. Squat pulse, curtsy pulse, planting down through your left side.
Stay fairly light through that right foot when you're in the staggered squat position. Push-off side lunges are coming up next. Right leg is straight. It is your anchor to the floor, your kickstand. We are pushing the floor away with that left foot. Now, when you come down into that side lunge, there's a big hinge forward with your torso, but think long neutral spine. So reach your tailbone back, and I know I'm a broken record, but again, think broad across the collarbones. You're connected to your rib cage, so we're not sinking into the low back and kind of splaying open through the ribs. Instead, drawing gently in and down. Let's take it into that side skater leap. So a lot of lateral work today in this one. My glutes were feeling this workout the day after filming it. Don't worry so much about speed. It's about control and balance. So land, pause for a split second, and then hop. So you kind of want to build momentum, stop it. Squat jacks to finish, last 30 seconds. Final 10, you're almost there. And rest. Okay, we're halfway through this first circuit. We're going to do it twice more, once on each side. Now, if you need longer to recover than 30 seconds, then I want you to hit pause on the video. When we're in the 2 minutes of work, I want you to do your best to stay continuous. But if you need longer in between those 2-minute pushes, just hit pause. Let's get ready for that offset squat to the curtsy. So shift weight into your right leg, lift your left heel. Pulse in that offset squat, and then step it back in that curtsy. Now, when you cross the legs into that curtsy, don't totally open up through your hips. I want you to make sure that the right knee is still tracking in line with those middle toes. Push-off side lunges coming up next. Left leg will be your anchor to the floor. That left leg will stay straight. You will push the ground away with that right foot. Coming up, landing low. Skater to that single leg hop coming up. Leap to the side, stabilize, little hop, pulling that knee up towards your chest. Squat jacks, let's go. Out and in through the legs, getting low in that squat. Fingertips reach towards the floor. To modify these, you could always give me a regular squat jump if the jack is the issue, or just give me air squats. You can always modify, but I want you to try to stay active through the whole 2 minutes. "30 seconds to rest." Final time through this circuit coming up. Shift the weight into your left leg, lift your right heel. Squat pulse, curtsy pulse. So you'll notice I'm pumping my arms as I do this. This is a powerful pulse. So you're not coming all the way to a straight leg, but it's not tiny. When you hear those beeps, push off side lunge. Right leg's going to be straight and long. It's your anchor to the floor. You push off the ground with that left side. Land low in that side lunge. Now, when you're in that side lunge, think hips back. So don't step the foot out as wide as you possibly can, because when you're in that side lunge, the hip should relatively be stacked over the heel. That foot shouldn't be out super far. Side skate to that single leg hop. Leap to the side, catch yourself, stabilize, little hop. Ten more seconds. Squat jacks coming up at the beat. Feet hop in and out. Hands reach down, alternating sides. You got it. Final push. Under 10 seconds to go. Keep it up. And done. Okay, you have about a minute to recover. I'm going to show you the exercises in our second circuit. For our first exercise, we're going to do a push-up, and then we're going to walk our knees into a bear plank and do a serratus push-up. If you're unfamiliar with a serratus push-up, you basically retract and protract your shoulders. So the shoulder blades slide into your spine and then wide across your rib cage. So one push-up, walk your knees in. And now when you do that serratus push-up, you're going to feel your scapula sliding, kind of free gliding across the back of your rib cage. Your spine doesn't change shape though, so try not to dip the neck. You're going to lower down to your forearms into a forearm plank position. And now we're going to go into alternating knee taps. You go right, left, and then both knees tap down together. Now your goal when you do these knee taps is to not rock your hips side to side. So you want a stable pelvis as the knees bend and lightly tap the floor. Make sure your hips aren't piking up towards the ceiling. And your legs are really active, so as you lift the knees, really squeeze through the quads. We're going to lay on our stomachs next. And we are going to lift up into a small extension. As you draw your elbows back, you're going to squeeze the legs together. As you reach your arms forward, the legs are going to spread apart. If it is too much, don't worry about the lower body. Keep your legs on the floor, and I just want you to focus on the reach and the pull through the upper body. There's a little lift through the chest as the elbows draw back, and as they extend forward, your nose comes to just hover over the ground. We're going to go into surfer get-ups next. So these are kind of like the bottom half of a burpee. You're in a low squat position with one foot angled in front of the other, and then with control, you lower yourself down, chest touches the floor, press yourself back up in an explosive motion as if you were going to jump up on a surfboard to catch a wave. and you have 30 seconds to rest. So we're just going through this circuit 3 times instead of 4 because we don't have any unilateral work. So 1 down, 2 to go. Let's get ready for the push-up to Serratus push-up. Push-up, walk your feet in. You're in a bear plank position. Serratus push-up, or retraction, protraction of the shoulder blades. Now, if your push-ups start to get a little sloppy, you can always do them with your knees down on the floor. Or if you prefer, you could just do that Serratus push-up in a bear plank and then in a full plank, up to you. I'm going to opt to drop my knees down for the push-up so I can keep proper form. When you hear those beeps, try to actively lower onto your forearms. So don't break the plank position, just lower down. And we're going to bend right, left, and then both together. When you hear those beeps, lower yourself onto your stomach into a prone position. Arms are going to reach forward. So think length over height, okay? So your chest doesn't have to come super high off the floor. Your legs don't have to come super high off the floor. You're reaching the feet so long that the legs have no choice but to lift. So it is a long, low hover. Right into surfer get-ups. Push yourself off the ground, explosive, land in that low squat position, and lower back down with control. If this is not working for you, you could always jump to a plank instead of lowering your chest to the ground. Also notice I'm keeping my knees on the floor as I push myself back up, and then once my arms are straight, that's when I press the weight into my feet to jump into the squat position. And 30 seconds to rest. All right, just one more time through that. Push-up combo. Let's go. 1 push-up, walk it into tabletop, 1 Serratus push-up. I care more about form than I do about you choosing the hardest possible version. So as soon as things start to get sloppy or you lose that connection to your core, drop to your knees. March onto your forearms. You're in a forearm plank position. We're going to bend one knee at a time, then both together. Now, I prefer your forearms to be parallel instead of kind of making a triangle with your fists together. When we put our fists together, sometimes we tend to roll forward with our shoulders and internally rotate, and I don't want that. I want a broadness across your collarbones. Lower onto your stomach, reach those arms forward, come to a low hover. As you draw those elbows back, there's a little lift coming from the mid-back. Now, as you do this, we don't want to lose connection to our abdominals. So I don't want you to think about pushing your stomach down into the mat. Instead, I want you to think of bracing through the abdominals, a gentle lift away. Are they actually going to lift off the mat? No, that'd be pretty impossible, but we're not pushing down. All right, so for get-ups, final 30 seconds in this workout. You got it. You have under 10 seconds to go. and done. Awesome work.
Hope you enjoyed this workout. If you did, give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I post a new workout here every Monday. And if you really enjoyed today's workout and you're looking for similar ones, I always include links to similar workouts on my channel in the video description, so just scroll down and check those out. Okay, I'll see you next week.